following feature is rated SM for spiritual maturity and is not intended for the immature who wishes to remain as such. The views expressed are not necessarily those of our sponsors, as they sometimes could care less about what the host is saying, but is more concerned about having their product on a popular show. Warning, small minds, listen at your own risk, as this content is extremely overwhelming and may do further damage to those minds closed off to objective reality. Approach with an open mind, as the heavy nature of the content will lick your chip.
Oh! In the meantime, 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 in between time, in the meantime, in the meantime, in between time, boom, 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 time.
Yes, me I tell you, yes, CurlyLoxx device box a check in for one more episode of In the Meantime, episode 25 to be precise. Entitled Vax-A-Nation. Me I tell you, it a get serious. Yeah, man.
Indeed it is.
Yeah, man. Alright, first off, you know, I want to say my apologies, my sincere apologies for the delay in bringing In the Meantime for the last couple of months. I have been having some serious technical difficulties. Yeah, man, some whole heap of issues beyond my control, but we have some good news. Yes, my new book, Planet Earth, Volume 1, The Idea and the Process, will be locally available, yeah man, on March 19, Friday, March 19, exclusively at JA Deals for now, and then eventually in a few days, 2 weeks, it will reach the 14th parish. But for now, you can visit JA Deals live in them store at Park Plaza, Alfred Tree, 6D, Constant Spring Road, Kingston, right across from Pavilion, next door to the Scotia Bank right there. So, right where you see taxi man, them, I hold on all about pan people and I kill them for going at them taxi. And for those who can make it to the store itself, yeah man, you can log on to contact@jadeals.com and get your copy today, yeah man. Alright, this section of the program is brought to you by www.abombo.com. The expressive clothing brand, yeah man, and it's spelled AHBOMBO, yeah man, .com.
That's the real name?
Yeah man, that's what them name. I not make it up, I no joke me again.
Serious times indeed, my brother.
Me I tell you. Yeah man, and for support my Kingston 13 merchandise, the link is in the description, yeah man. Alright, as usual, this section of the program is also brought to you by Vicebox Studios, the voice of a nation, and Madvert Multimedia. If it's not Madvert, it's not an advert. And Rebel 13 Collections. It's at Rebel 13 Collections for the finest in custom design clothing and everything printing, except fingerprinting. Also brought to you by Renaissance Immigration Services, yeah man. Them is the greatest thing for immigration issues in Canada.
They are?
Yeah, man, because I know Canada is the next place in the world where a whole heap of people run way out there freeze to death in a people basement and live in a ignorance and don't know say them not to live so.
But suppose they can't afford the consultation?
No, man, them not to worry about that, man. Consultation with Renaissance Immigration is absolutely entirely free. The number them we call is 437-703-1147 to 8. Or you can email them at consultant@renaissanceimmigration.ca. The website is renaissanceimmigration.ca. And for Instagram, it's @renaissanceimmigration. And if you can't spell immigration, no bother shame, man. Just talk to your phone, man. You just press the middle button somewhere there, so. This section is also brought to you by Bunks About Kids Party Rentals, yes man. Bunks About Rentals for birthday parties, school fairs, yeah man, fun days, another event. It's at Bunks About, that's BUNX About. Yeah man, and the number to call is 404-1714. You don't have to search no more for customize an experience for your child that they will never forget. Don't bunks go all about. Bunks about.
In the meantime.
Alright, yes. Yes, so the show might get a little intense in the second half, yeah man, so I'm going to jump right into the letter of the day, yeah man. The letter of the day coming to In the Meantime radio show at gmail.com is coming from Christopher Mackay. Yeah man, Christopher Mackay say, Hail CurlyLoxx the voice box, bless up me G. Your program In the Meantime has been a blessing to my life. You have turned me into a spiritually mature man who have learned to see life from a different perspective. What I am writing about, however, is my spiritually immature baby mother, who I lived with in Florida for over 10 years. In the latter part of our relationship, when she started hanging out with a certain set of people that I don't wish to name, she changed and was a total different person. She became verbally abusive to me. Sex became like a chore or a task rather than any act of passion or spiritual connection. Whenever I tried to be assertive and stand up as a man, she would become belligerent and verbally abusive, and even go as far as telling me that I need a bigger dick before I can talk to her or function as any kind of man. This girl would emasculate me every chance she get. Long story short, one day I came home from work and she and my daughter and all my furniture was gone. 2 days later, I would find out that this fucking wicked bitch relocated with my child to New York. Over the years, I tried as best as I could to render whatever support I could afford. And I tried also to visit her whenever I could afford it. As time went by, my baby mother poisoned my daughter's mind against me, as the visits got less and less. Eventually, my daughter cut me off completely whenever I tried to communicate with her. She became more and more like her immature mother, resentful, bitter, ungrateful, and spiteful. And at this point, as far as I am concerned, they can both fuck off. Because my daughter, who don't know half the story, is always telling me that I was never there for her, when she knows full and well that it was her mother who kidnapped her and moved to a totally different state, making it totally impossible for me to visit. I haven't spoken to my baby mother or my Cross's daughter in years, and I am good, because me and God knows that I tried my best. Christopher. Oh boy. What you say, my spiritually mature friend, Christopher? What you say? Are you best that? Well, if you feel like you're best that, me I tell you, say, yeah, listen to In the Meantime and I agree with the information, but you not practice it, brethren, based on when me hear you as a writer. So, firstly, me I go tell you, say you're right. You have all right to feel like how you feel. Yeah, man, it is true. But these feelings shouldn't override the objective, which is to be a father to your daughter. This is how a spiritually mature person think. You don't abandon your daughter because you're right and you can justify it. Too much people feel say once them can justify something, once them see where them right, once them see which part them right, them not have to do nothing about it. Because them right. Case closed. You understand? Let me get something straight now. You, Christopher, say you see your baby mother and basically your daughter as like spiritually immature. So that would a simple mean now then say, yeah, them body a grow. Yeah, them a age. You understand? But them not grow. So that mean to say them are adult children then. So yeah, man, because you spiritually mature, you understand this. But me make you get something straight. A child on any level at all is still the same thing, you know, brethren. When a parent have a 3-year-old child, then, for example, the parent then know in themselves from a mature perspective, say this 3-year-old are going to do 3-year-old things, and therefore budget for this 3-year-old doing those kind of things. And therefore, they might have the patience, tolerance, compassion, empathy for this child, and therefore can forgive them long before any of the foolishness happen. And if you feel like you are a spiritually mature adult, then in this case, you play the role of that kind of parent, you know, with these adult children. And what kind of person you feel say have up children? Only a next fucking child. When somebody's spiritually mature or grow up then, the first thing we have to do is tame your ego. I mean, hear your ego written all over this letter. Me, I am a victim. Them. Nobody who is mature can have this type of outlook of resentment and bitterness toward anybody. When you're mature, you understand, and when you understand, you tolerate. And when you tolerate, you're unbothered. You know what being a spiritually mature parent mean? It mean you give up all of the selfishness and the self-interest and tame your ego, brethren. And I don't say focus on yourself, nothing unite, everything is balanced, purple nation. But remember, say you come second and the child come first. When you know better than a child, you cannot act like the child. Are you upset? Yeah, man, rightfully upset because they must say you was not there for your child. Because of the circumstances where you describe. And under those circumstances, yes, you're right. You understand? But when the question is asked, objectively, were you there? Despite what cause you're not dead there, and regardless of how right you are, you were not there. And you can't make your anger and self-pity blind you. Sometimes you have to reach out for help. And anyone where I go through anything similar to this, man, if you're not listening in the meantime, you know, hear me talk about Loxx. Them deal with all of them kind of matters they have abduction, all alien abduction, them gonna deal with if there was such a thing. I tell you that. All if somebody take your picnic and go on next planet, Loxx, the right to your step, yeah man. Them deal with all matters related to visa, citizenship, green card, deportation, removal of conditions, including the condition where one parent take the picnic and carry them across state lines. Yeah, man, I tell you. The number for call is 954-530-1717. The website, www.loxx.liar. Instagram, Facebook, @LoxxLaw, And Christopher, me I tell you, say, brethren, when me tell you these things, brethren, me tell you these things because me want you have a better life, brethren, by practicing the information we are here for in the meantime and think you believe. Not because you agree with what me I say, means you actually practice it as something you have to do. For it increase the quality of your life. You understand? And don't worry about this woman you say you would smile because the mind of the immature, them not think objectively. Yeah, and the spiritual immature don't think objectively because I have said this thing for years with the Rasta. I always ask some woman now, when you not go say, a man would smile and I try belittle a man, I emasculate him and make him feel small. No pun intended. You never yet stop for things, say, when a man would smile, a born with it. But when a woman will big, a mash up that blood clot.
In the meantime.
Yeah, man, if you know, say this is Leela Ike, and right now you're listening to In the Meantime with CurlyLoxx, the voice box. Check it. I spy that you see something you might like.
Alright, well, them say, the vaccine land, shipment come.
And not a day too soon, if you ask me.
I say so.
Because my brother, I just cannot believe the level of ignorance in this country.
We do.
Hold on. Where people are actually pushing back against their own upliftment, my brother. I hear you say that all the times, that adult children, spiritually immature children, will often push back against their own upliftment. But I just can't believe I live to see it in such a blatant kind of way, my brother. Because these people, these docile, ignorant people, are making it bad for those of us who want to get on with life, and I don't understand it.
You can't say that, my brethren.
Why can't I say that?
Oh, you mean you can't say that? Because if you make a statement like that, brethren, and you're depend on show you how long and listen to objective reality. If you truly understand it, then you would realize, say, this situation is the perfect example of that thing that me always talk about name. Me-ness, which is the biggest blockade to communication in any issue, on any level, brethren. You understand? This is where, again, I'm going to tell you what it is again. This is where the average person see fit them reality as the only valid reality. And them ego now trap them in that reality. And them don't, and because of that, them don't include nobody else's opinion or outlook on nothing else. My reality are the only reality. And I saw them see it. So everybody end up a try win the conversation rather than try to actually have one. And at that you see a go on so. As long as people in a them ego, nothing can solve when it comes to communication. Any attempt at communication nah go work. Because I turn every conversation in a competition. So you can't learn from nobody because you think you learn already. You don't think you understand objective reality. Because if you did understand it, you would have know say If I saw you truly feel right now, so you're just as ignorant as these people where you criticize.
Oh, God. That's nonsense.
Oh, you mean? Hold on, man. Hold on, Virgin. Wait, no, man. Wait, no. You have to remember, say, a energy we up against, two energy in a earth we up against. One of them represent the objective truth and the next one represent the subjective truth. The objective truth are the one where you can't change no matter where you desire, say. No matter how you want that for change, the subjective truth now are the one where negotiable. The objective truth is a creator and the subjective truth is an imitator. The reason why most people cannot find... Hold on, man. The reason why most people cannot find the truth in a this or any other situation are because the lie, a mimic or a imitate the truth.
You believe that?
Yeah, man. Now what I say,
God.
objective truth and subjective truth coming like a set of identical twin. Will look alike but completely different in a characteristics. And you can't tell the difference unless you go past the images and the labels. We have fuck up your imagination. You have to go into the spiritual reality. We are run behind physical form to find out what the objective truth about this or any situation is.
So are you saying then that vaccinations are bad,
What?
my brother?
No, man. Me I say everything that is good can be bad and everything that is bad can be good. It come down to choice.
You believe that?
Oh, you mean? Hey,
You
watch
believe
out.
that?
You see people will think like the eye, Rasta. Let me tell you what the biggest problem in our life right now. No imagination.
My imagination?
Oh, you mean?
Good
It's
God.
the repetition
You
of
believe that?
everything mislead
You believe that?
know. Yeah, man.
Prove
All
it.
right. Well, all
Prove
right, I'm
it.
going to show you. I'm gonna show
You have to prove it.
All right. All right, what should I say? All right, let me go for let me show you something. All right, in a 1796, when Edward Jenner, you are an English doctor named Edward Jenner, come with the idea, propose the idea of using the disease to fight the disease and create something named the vaccine. And then in a 1798, him come with the first official vaccine against smallpox and save millions of lives. You understand? Now let's say Edward Jenner did have good intentions and was purely motivated by doing good for people. Yeah, man. Yeah. So the reputation of vaccine on a whole become associated with doctors having good intentions. And this are the curse of reputation because people just unrealistically expect everyone or everything with them a look upon to remain the same as it was initially, or should I say, in the beginning. Forever. Without the slightest consideration, say for example, this man and film good intention. Now go live forever. And then this thing I know can fall in a one different set of hand. We have a different brain with a different set of values. And therefore, possibly will make a different set of choice. To use the same set of skill with Edward Jenner have in a diabolic, evil kind of way.
How so?
Because we base all our expectation upon reputation and become slave to imagination.
Really?
Oh, you mean we take reality for a simple ABC thing, a simple thing when it is not? We just consider everything as one particular thing or the other, is either white or it black, up or it down, good or it evil. Nothing no go so bridging.
I don't understand what you're saying.
What you not understanding of that? All right. Let me give you a next analogy or two. All right. Where
Please
you
do.
think, Pastor, where you think are one of the major things we make love suffer?
Let's pretend I don't know. You tell me.
One word, reputation.
How so?
Yeah, I go tell you. All right. For most away, right now, for most people, the idea where them all have love come from that time there, in them teens when everything just nice and a be a kiss, yeah man, and a fuck all day like rabbit and a watch TV and them did have that time there for focus exclusively on each other. Because mommy and our daddy are left dinner and take care of the bill. So fast forward to when I feed them time. I should I say our time then. For take care of ourselves and our responsibility. So we focus on energy now split in half. Because half of we know have dedicated to focus on these responsibilities. So now the relationship become half of what it was. So the relationship fall apart because especially now the woman who is the most or the more than emotional creature of the two go start say the relationship don't feel like one time.
Why is that?
Because she base our expectation of what this love and this relationship will be. For the times in the relationship when them never have these kind of responsibilities. She no look beyond the reputation where them build for the initial stages of the relationship. And see the changes where them have to adapt to. So one or both of them end up and move through life and look back for this thing here. This idea, literal idea of love, this reputation. And don't know them never go find it as long as them have responsibilities.
Really?
Oh, you mean? Then alright, you alright. Remember when people ask, oh, reggae no feel like how reggae used to feel when Bob Marley did that. And people understand that.
But you think you can really compare these two scenarios and call it the same thing though?
Oh, you mean for the same thing with reputation? People have to understand, say, when Bob Marley them a do reggae, when them a trim Rasta and Rasta face persecution. So reggae became a symbol of pushback against all kind of injustice all over the world, and that build reggae reputation. But nobody no notice after Bob Marley did the same system with Bob Marley lick out pan take over reggae. And it become a commercial stage play with all of what Bob Marley them fight for. Edit out. And because we know, again, twin reality. You can't tell the truth from the lie. Them walk like Rasta, them talk like Rasta. Them act like Rasta, but them not live like Rasta. At least most of them, me should have said. But you, the people, most of them can't tell the difference. Because you're not going beyond the image and the labels and go beyond physical farming and the spiritual reality for know what is objectively true. So in imagination, I got always a destroy no life.
In the meantime.
In the meantime and between time, what is coming is coming.
Alright, I'm going to go over to the phone line, yes. Ian,
hello?
Line 1, Ian.
Hello, good night.
Yeah, Ian, good night.
I really appreciate In the Meantime.
Yeah, give time.
It's a great show. I really think it is. It's a great show. However, tonight, I'm siding with Pastor as I share his perspective on the whole vaccine situation.
Fair enough, but what part-time perspective or point of view you share?
These conspiracy theories are getting on my last nerve, man. They're just ridiculous. As they believe outlandish theories that they shouldn't, and disbelieve the simple facts that they should.
Yeah.
And they're parading around the place as though they have PhDs and are qualified scientists who are experts on these matters. They need to sit the hell down and go do some research.
But to be fair, to you and to people who share similar views, it's kind of insane to advise people to go research something and don't like when them find it.
Rubbish.
Oh, you mean? I know everybody research come from questionable sources. Sometimes it come from the same credible, expert, well-thinking doctors and people from the scientific community.
Whatever. I don't think you even consider what I'm saying.
What?
And it's not that I just have to deal with these people on the internet, something that I can turn on and turn off as I desire. But I have to deal with these people every day as I am a manager of a restaurant. And I watch these ignorant people refusing to follow the mandate of wearing their masks, and sometimes have to forcefully be forcefully thrown out. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous how ignorant these people truly are.
Well, you say that ridiculous.
And hold on, let me finish. And these anti-vaccination warriors, these are the people who aren't listening to the actual qualified doctors and scientists from the CDC and the World Health Organization and similar organizations who are actually qualified.
Exactly.
No qualifications, just pure speculations about everything.
That's true. Yeah, man. Speculation over the side there is where a lot of people misguided by misinformation. But you have to learn something. There is lies and truth on both sides of the reality of all things. Me I tell you that. Because like me said earlier, the lie mimic or imitate objective truth. So you can't tell the difference. It's a twin reality.
So you're saying that because of this twin reality, that we are misinformed or ill-informed as it relates to our approach to what is it objective reality,
Exactly.
what reality
Exactly.
really is, you're saying?
Yeah, man. We form some strong opinion of what we don't know is the reputation of all things.
I don't see your point.
Hold on, no, man.
I don't see where you're going.
All right.
I don't see where you're going
about
with this.
qualification. All right. A while ago, you say he's the manager for your restaurant, right?
Yes, I am.
So you is not a scientist either.
Rubbish.
That me I say.
Rubbish.
Hold on, no, man. Hold on, no.
Listen.
We can all agree.
Rubbish.
So he's not a scientist, right? Yeah, all right, yeah. So that would have simply
That's
mean,
not
say, when these scientists I make some kind of briefing and I explain certain things scientifically related. So not being a scientist, it means say you wouldn't have a frame of reference about what the scientists are deal with. It means say you couldn't picture nothing when the scientists are talk because that is not your line of work. For you can come to the conclusion or the decision then, so you fully understand the scientists here. So that means, say, you take somebody word for it, and that would mean, say, you're just as bad, you speculate just as much as the people them we are criticizing.
That's not true.
All right, tell me where you get your strong opinion about this matter here from then, about this vaccine thing. Where you get your strong opinion from?
I get it from credible news sources, credible journalists, not from some dark corners of the internet where these conspiracy theorists thrive.
So what you say, these sources and these scientists, them can't lie. Them perfect.
These are credible sources, these are credible, upstanding people from the scientific community that you're talking about. I don't believe they're lying, or that they would lie.
Boy, me I tell you, when me say every problem is a maths problem, I no lie, me I tell a blood clot to the rest. All right, tell me something. All right, so when one of these credible scientists, these doctors go on big TV, in a commercial go say, "Hi, I'm Dr. John Brown, representing for Brush Your Troubles Away, the greatest toothpaste on the planet. 9 out of 10 dentists recommend it." Then you see him CM1 in a 10 more toothpaste commercial. And I say them 10 more toothpaste here are the greatest on the planet. And the same doctor still, I said 9 out of 10 dentists recommend it. So the reality is, if one of these toothpaste is to be believed, and one of these toothpaste is the best toothpaste on the planet, it would have simply mean, say 8 out of those doctors / dentists that they lie.
Oh God, that's
Well, no man, you basically say, you don't believe that them can wrong or that them is wrong. What about the decades of brutal oppression against ganja, where scientific opinion cause? Now all of a sudden, scientific opinion change and ganja the greatest thing in the world. Ironically, when the corporate infrastructure gain more control over the market and take it completely out of the hands of the common man. So now that these professional, credible, scientific opinions change against ganja, where you go say, what about the millions of farmers, distributors, and even the simple smoker of marijuana where end up get a record where fuck up them life? What about Peter Tosh where police crack him skull so much time till him see all vampire come to wall and I run him down? What about Jabby, aka Bunny Whaler, where them chewing a prison feet few much here? What about Dennis Brown, with them pressure for this weed there until them same start consider coke? And now that the corporate infrastructure finally figure out how to take over this ganja trade there now, the same scientists, them opinion suddenly does change. All of a sudden it's medicinal marijuana. And Rasta tell them for years, say marijuana, ganja, weed have medicinal properties. But what would it call them over the years? Conspiracy theorists. Just like we una call them today. And nothing at all when new. Lady, let me tell you something. You see, people have the same perspective or point of view just like you. You don't underestimate the greed at the heart of human nature that is created by what they believe is success and importance.
Madness, stupidness,
rubbish. And what I say, Bridget,
You're
let me tell you
talking
something, man. Psychology a beat people like you and she.
You're definitely definitely a crazy
But watch a
person.
man. The average human associate decency to the image of jacket and tie, lab coat and PhD. And this image, I know this kind of image it bring a reputation to these people. That is a far cry from the true story of who these human beings are.
You believe that? You really believe
Yeah,
that?
man. Most people don't like see where a human being really is. And we're truly capable of. That's why them like point the finger in the next direction. And that idiot there, the conspiracy theorists there. And that fool there. Me are the good one, the sensible one.
I don't see what you're saying. I don't see it. I don't.
The way I say, Pastor, hey, watch a man. It coming like say you out of everybody we are listening this. You need planet Earth more than everybody else. You coming like you know log on to www.planetearthbook.com yet. You know go to Amazon and get your copy. You need about 3 copies one time. So watch I know. Alright, lady.
I'm still here. I don't know I am, but I'm still
Let me ask you something. If these decent qualified people could have wrong about ganja, whole heap more things, who is to say that within the next couple of years them not gonna realize them wrong about the things where them must speculate about concerning this vaccine? Or should I say possibly as I speculate about? Because vaccine and something where people do in a hurry or in a no kind of rush, it's a delicate process based on my own research. It is not intelligent for feel that people mustn't be concerned when them have a government. We don't guarantee any form of compensation if them take this joke here. And 20 years up the line, them wake up full of bump, 1 teeth, no ears, 1 pussy jar, half a wood dead, and shit they over in our piss for day. And them start bark like dog. Where you gonna say them time
Good Lord, I think he's mad.
Well, the truth is, Lynn,
that's not
the
true.
truth is.
You're talking rubbish.
That, just like the average immature, spiritually immature person, the truth is that you don't want it to be true. It's not that is a lie. You just don't want it to be true.
That's not true.
You want to tell me, say, you go sit down this or stand up this or lie down this or, and tell me, say, the Tuskegee experiment where them give how much black man syphilis, just for see where untreated syphilis would I do to a human. And you're credible and reputable friend them, you the CDC, Center for Disease Control, in it to them run that Tuskegee experiment there. You think a man want 60-year-old and look back on him whole life and realize them wait 60 years to be a fucking idiot. Him a hold on for a fucking idiot for their life. And that me I tell you. And wait, what you think? You think I love people love GLP and PNP more than everybody else when them say, Diad! Let me tell you something, man. I wrong, them no want wrong. Ego. Maths again. Most people live a lie and it's easier as such to live that lie. And in a world built on lies, it's hard to walk by the objective truth. It's going to take work. You understand? It's going to take discipline. And you don't want to do the work. And
I don't see what you're saying. I don't see it. I don't.
And what you say, business what you want to say, the average person entire life run by them fear because them grew up in our system. We make them fear everything. At the same news we shall watch, where you see shall watch, a pump fear in a people over. So by the time them reach certain age, them psychologically cripple. And I run to the same people where create the illusions where them fear. To protect them from this same illusion, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, man. Them so full of fear, them no want, them rather be a puppet. Them no want jump off of the string and face the challenge themselves. Them rather make the same system deal with it for them. And I don't think people are question science. Like what you say, You understand? People are question the scientists, them, the flesh and blood, human scientists. We have a mind we can shift to any side at any time for whatever reason. And I understand, I understand, say you go have people, you go have 5 out of 10 of these people now where come with a bag of thing, a bag of theory and attack a bag of thing. Them kind of understand certain things and them a run with certain little foolishness. But what about the next 5 where we really are critically think and I think objectively? You have to remember, and you have to know this because this is a reality what I'm going to say. Objective thinking is scientific thinking. You don't need no degree to do that. It starts in your consciousness. Objective thinking move the world forward. All of these people who not call conspiracy theories, who not have to remember, all of these critical objective thinkers are some people who the world call conspiracy theorists, like Galileo, Copernicus, James Baldwin, Friedrich Nietzsche, Bob Marley, Same way so no look on them and when them dead and gone and no swear them did I say. And all of a sudden them turn profit and great innovators and thinkers. And because most of them coming like some horse when I want to take off the blinkers. When you stress out these great people and make many of them dead as smokers and drinkers. Brethren, let me tell you something. We underestimate and most time don't want to estimate the nature of capitalism. And that me I tell you. And what you say? What you say?
That?
You know why I say these doctors are human like anybody else. Because you know why I find out that you are human, we're capable of anything.
I don't see it.
I'm going to say it again. Now because we associate decency to jacket and tie and lab coat. Make you can't see say the pharmaceutical industry is a mafia. We're just as ruthless as any other mafia. Only thing this time them are the medical mafia. Same set of drug dealer like any other drug dealer. We get people hooked to drugs until these people expire.
That's ridiculous. There's no way you can make such a
comparison. You mean you can't make such a comparison? Watch a man. I'm going to show you how this analogy works. Look on the CEOs of these pharmaceutical companies as mob bosses. And look on many of the doctor them. Not all, you know, because many of them ignorant who are really a go on, even though them play a part in this drug empire. Look on these doctors then, like the capo or the general will distribute the drugs. And the way or method in which them distribute the drugs is called prescription. Consider the pharmacists now, like the lower level foot soldiers, who is in charge of putting the drugs in the hands of the victim. And for these companies or corporations then, stay alive, them have to make you hook to most of these drugs. Hey, my granny in her earlier years used to have a dresser full of teddy bear, man. Remember especially the one that hold up the love sign and say, I love you. I mean, I tell you, brethren, in our last days, me couldn't see no teddy bear, a pear pill, the pan dresser.
In the meantime...
Yes, that was the end of In the Meantime, episode 25, part 1. Join me in a couple of hours for part 2. And, you know, for those who don't like, you know, the broken at 2 kind of thing, the full episode will be uploaded after the premiering of part 2. You know what I mean? Give thanks to all who subscribe, like, share, etc. and keep the movement going. Bless.